Hey guys, it's Marshall Mathers the Fourth here, back to you today with another video. And in today's video, I will be talking today about Eminem's Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album, the sequel to his 2005 Greatest Hits album. And for sure, it's CC2, and it was released and came out on August 5 of this year in 2022. And I just wanted to make a video today talking about that, and not about my review of it. This is not anything to do with my review on that sequel Greatest Hits album of his, because honestly, I'm very disappointed and upset that Eminem even released it. I really am, because, first of all, since like August of last year in 2021, there were so many rumors and speculations that Eminem was going to drop another album. Literally, since August of 2021, last year, there were rumors and speculations and assumptions and whatnot of Eminem supposedly planning to release another album, another surprise rap album, that is. And also, there were like hints and clues also, and there were lots of like online forums and just people talking about it pretty much all over social media since August of 2021 of last year. But then the rumors and speculations, assumptions, hints, and clues started to even get more extreme starting this year in 2022. I mean, even some rappers who are close to Eminem, like Dr. Dre, for example, he said on his Instagram one day, he had a caption that said, Eminem versus who? And by saying that, obviously, he was implying that Eminem versus Slim Shady. Like, supposedly or apparently, there were many rumors and speculations and assumptions and hints and clues swirling around the whole internet, pretty much, that Eminem's next surprise rap album was going to be pretty much like Eminem versus Slim Shady. That was going to be his concept of his next surprise rap album. And when I saw that, I mean, even starting from like last year, but especially this year in 2022, I'll be honest, I was very excited. I was very happy. I was overwhelmed with joy. And I was just like, man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And, there were also like rumors, speculations, hints, and clues and assumptions that Eminem's next surprise rap album was going to be his best feature-wise, meaning obviously that he would have like the best rap features that he has ever possibly had, like not throughout his entire rap career, but as of like recently, as of like modern times, like modern day Eminem. And I was really stoked. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I was very excited, very overwhelmed with joy. I was just so happy to hear these just wonderful, awesome, amazing speculations and clues, hints, assumptions, and rumors all swirling around the whole concept of what exactly Eminem's next surprise rap album would be or will be. And, I thought it was really interesting to see that, okay, so his concept of his next surprise rap album is going to be completely dedicated to Eminem versus Slim Shady on like every single track or song or whatever. And I thought that was just really fascinating. I thought that was really dope. And I was really looking forward to that. And there's this one YouTuber that I'm subscribed to that I follow a lot and watch many of his videos. I may not be subscribed to him anymore because, in a sort of way, I'm kind of pissed off at him because, but anyways, his YouTube channel name, if any of you are interested in going and subscribing to his channel, it's ET Lifestyle. And the reason why I'm kind of pissed off at him is because he's the pretty much only YouTuber who makes videos like mostly and mainly about Eminem. His entire channel is mainly and mostly about Eminem. Sure, other rappers every now and then, like rappers who are friends with Eminem, who are close to him, who are in his camp or whatever, but most of his videos just have to do with Eminem. And he was doing a lot of videos since August of 2021 last year that, that Eminem was going to drop his next surprise rap album. And ET Lifestyle started talking about that shit since literally August of 2021, which was last year. And honestly, a while ago now, knowing that we're in August of 2022 now. And all the speculations and rumors, assumptions, hints, clues, and whatnot about Eminem's next surprise rap album, obviously after his Music to Be Murdered By albums, started circling around the internet since August of 2021. So it only makes sense that at least since then, back then, I was stoked, I was happy, I was overwhelmed with joy, I was excited. I just couldn't wait. I really was looking forward to that. And then all these months went by. All these months passed and still nothing. And even when ET Lifestyle still kept doing videos about, supposedly, this is going to be Eminem's next surprise rap album. And supposedly or apparently there was a lot of rumors circling around the internet that Eminem's next surprise rap album would be a Marshall Mathers LP3 album. I don't know why he would release an album like that. Personally, I don't know why. I think a sequel was good enough. I really don't understand why there would need to be a third. And I honestly don't know what he could have rapped about or what the theme or concept would have even been for his Marshall Mathers LP3 album. But, I wasn't that mad, but I would have definitely rather preferred a completely new album with a completely fresh, new, original title, concept, theme, everything. And, it's obvious that his next surprise rap album wasn't his Marshall Mathers LP3 album because he didn't even release that. Even when so many YouTubers were saying Eminem's next surprise rap album is going to be Marshall Mathers LP3 album. Is that true? Apparently it is, so I guess it is. But it wasn't. And I find that really unfortunate and just pisses me the fuck off. And, I really thought that, as an Eminem stan, I really thought either Eminem would have released his next surprise rap album before the Super Bowl of this year, which I can't remember exactly when it was, the month that the Super Bowl was, but I know that it was early 2022. So either I thought, well, maybe Eminem will either release his Marshall Mathers LP3 or whatever the hell his next surprise rap album will be called, either before the Super Bowl of this year in 2022 or maybe a little bit after. But he didn't. And, I just find that really frustrating. And it just pisses me the fuck off. It just enrages me. It really does. Because, a lot of people were even saying that, he's going to release his next surprise rap album in March of this year, which was a while ago now, months ago, because we're in August of 2022 now. And all that he dropped, all that he released was a pathetic, pitiful curtain call to sequel greatest hits album to his first curtain call greatest hits album from 2005. And you know what? Guess what? I'm not saying that Eminem should not have released a Curtain Call 2 album. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm fine with that, I guess, in a way. But that would have depended on if he would have released it last year in 2021. And the reason why I say that in this video that I am doing today is because if he would have released his Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album, sequel to his 2005 Greatest Hits album, to his 2005 Curtain Call Greatest Hits album, then this year in 2022, he could have completely and totally focused on making another surprise rap album that he also maybe or possibly could have released either in early 2022 or mid 2022, like, I don't know, June or July of 2022, something like that. But did he? No, because apparently this year he was fully devoted to releasing a Curtain Call 2. And you know what? That just makes me furious as hell. Because, you know, I was really anticipating and really excited about and overwhelmed with joy and happy and just patiently waiting for Eminem to release his next surprise rap album. And whether it would have been a Marshall Mathers LP3 or something entirely new and different, I would have been fine with whatever he would have released. But he didn't. And you should all understand very well why I would be pissed the fuck off, knowing that I have been literally following these rumors, speculations, hints, clues, all that since August of 2021 last year. And I would say August of 2021 last year, during the time Eminem himself would have been 48 years old, is when he should have released and dropped his Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album, a sequel or follow-up to his 2005 Curtain Call Greatest Hits album. 2021, last year, is when Eminem should have released his Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album. And I am pissed off that he didn't. I am pissed off at Eminem. I am mad at him. I am just outright bitter towards him because, you know, the way I see it is that he easily could have released a Curtain Call 2 last year, so that this year in 2022, during the time he was 49 years old and almost 50, he could have at least released one last final rap album before hanging it up, calling it quits, retiring or whatever. I mean, I'm just pissed. I'm really disappointed and upset as an Eminem stan, knowing that I was really hoping for another surprise rap album 2022 of this year, like sometime around March at the very latest of this year, for Eminem's next rap album to be released. But no, nothing. From January till now, we get no new Eminem rap album, but just a little pathetic, pitiful, worthless Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album that Eminem literally could have and should have, without a doubt, released last year in 2021. I really don't care what month or day that he would have released that, just as long as he would have released it last year in 2021. I just really do not understand why he didn't think to release his Curtain Call 2 Greatest Hits album last year in 2021. Because my point I'm trying to make here is that he easily could have done that. So that this year in 2022, he could have focused on something way more important and way better, something that most of his fans actually have wanted for some time now, another surprise rap album. A brand new, fresh, original, surprise rap album. Because he dropped his Music to Be Murdered By albums in 2020, which was now like 2 years ago pretty much, especially when it comes to Side A that he released on January 17 of 2020 at the age of 47, and then he released Music to Be Murdered By Side B Deluxe Edition on December 18 of 2020 at the age of 48 years old. But then in 2021, all of that year, he didn't release anything except maybe like one little song with Dr. Dre, which didn't come out until December of 2021, which was what was it called? Oh yeah, Gospel. Like, wow, just unbelievable. Knowing that Eminem didn't even release anything that year, and I don't think he even planned to, because, you know what, I'm not even mad that Eminem didn't even release anything in 2021 of last year, because he released, technically in a sort of way, 2 albums in 2020. Not really 2, knowing that Music to Be Murdered Side B is just the deluxe edition of Music to Be Murdered By. But in a way, I guess you could look at it, which many of his fans do, which is kind of funny, that it's another album, even though it's really not. So I don't really blame him for not releasing anything in 2021 of last year. However, and although he could have released at least a greatest hits album, if he was planning on releasing a Curtain Call 2 greatest hits album, then by all means, he should have released it last year. I don't care what any of you think or believe about that fact or about that matter, because there is no denying the fact, at least not in my opinion anyways, that he shouldn't have released a Curtain Call 2 greatest hits album last year, because he absolutely should have. I mean, there is literally no reason why Eminem himself could not have released his Curtain Call 2 greatest hits album last year in 2021. Even if he released it on the exact same month and day that he did this year, August 5, 2021, I don't care. And then maybe February or March of this year in 2022, when he was 49 years old, he could have released an entirely new, different, fresh, original surprise rap album, and at least one last and final one before completely retiring and hanging it up or whatever and calling it quits. Because, I mean, the guy is almost 50 years old. I get that. Don't think for a second I'm not aware of and not considerate of how almost old he is. I get that he's almost 50 years old. But at the same time, I mean, it's like, he didn't release anything last year in 2021. And at the very minimum, at least, he could have just at least released a Curtain Call 2 greatest hits album last year, in August of last year, or whatever, whenever. And then this year, in like February or March of this year in 2022, during the time that he would have been at the age of 49 years old, he could have released his next surprise rap album. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I wish would have happened and have been different. And I don't know if any of you agree with me on this, if you can understand where I come from and my personal point of view, but, you know, I just want you all to know that I am pissed off about this. I'm furious as hell. I am outraged. I'm frustrated. I am bitter. And, you know, I'm just really disappointed and upset at Eminem. But, you know what? That's pretty much all I wanted to say and talk about in this video. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.